Hey, how you doing? How you out there YouTube playing? Woo! I'm back in stride again. Who's in the chat? Who knows? We're going to talk about a lot of unapologetically masculine stuff. Might get a person who wants to debate. Who knows? Oh, man, oh man, oh man. I think the news and other things have betrayed the intelligence of the American people. So we still have a group of people that hates our president, not because of their actions or because of what other politicians tell you. You get that? Instead of judging, because I'm gonna tell you, there's no politician that I will 100% follow. I just ask any politician or any president to do your damn job. Really, do your job. You know what people are gonna argue with? They're gonna argue about tariffs. They're gonna argue about the Epstein files, which I, for one, don't really give a fuck about because Hollywood is Hollywood weird anyway, and everybody should know. Weird rich white people doing weird rich weird shit. What else is there? I'll let you know why America's so fucked up. We're more concerned about files than holding this bitch together. You literally spent 50 goddamn years feminizing boys in education, giving girls the uptake, and now China's kicking your ass. because women were not built to do those damn jobs. Girl power is a goddamn myth. Sorry. Girls are not strong, they're enduring. Childbirth is not a game of strength, it's a game of endurance. It's a game of perseverance. But because the feminists have taught women that being a woman is weak, you personally negate your own superpower. You personally defy nature, thinking you're going to correct the situation. But I got something to tell you, bro. There are no vacuums in nature. What happens when you got to compete like men? Women don't do too well. And that's been proven on any stage. This is the time. If a detractor wants to come debate on subjects, this is the time to do it. You have my undivided attention. But don't come with no fucking personal bullshit. Don't come with any rhetoric. Don't come with no emotional tangents. Listen, I don't care if people got an issue with Trump. I really don't. You're not going to like every politician and everything they say. You're not going to like anybody with everything they say. But I will tell you this one. If you're going to give the person negative input, where's the positive? And human beings really suck on that part as of late. Oh, well, we're going to go to World War II, not World War III. What the hell you think? What the hell you think that fucking Israeli shit was about? What you think Ukraine was going to do? You trying to bankrupt Russia and it didn't work. I want people to realize this. When you get a guy who says, look, this is what I'm going to be transparent about, we're getting fucked by other countries. People are getting upset. Why are we in a trade war? Do you want to be in a real war? Can't afford to. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Too much emotion, not enough logic. This is how I could tell majority of people would not survive in the old military because they would be too concerned if they like their commander. What they really should be concerned about is the motherfucker giving you good orders. And is he doing his best at keeping you the fuck alive? Nobody wants to talk about that shit. We supposed to get a fucking bimbo in office who says she's gonna do the same exact fucked up shit that she's done before. Anytime Dick Cheney backs a Democrat, you should know the jig is up. Why would he back the Ukraine war? Because he owns Kellogg, Brown and Root, KBR. The same KBR that was in Iraq with yours truly. He's going to make money hand over fist rebuilding the fucking country. He's one of those government contractors that you can only go through. But yet, people are so in their fifis and can't admit to shit. It's the same thing when people get in debates about religion. If your religion and your biology does not fucking see eye to eye, then it doesn't make sense. Don't say nothing, Charles. Don't say nothing. The most ridiculous shit that you can ever do is to believe in something that your enemy presented to you. How many times have I told you, if you and your enemy pray to the same God, only one of your prayers will be answered? You both can't ask for victory. Somebody's got to win. You got this whole, you got 2, 3 generations, strong, independent women, and we're going back to the time of a meritocracy. And a lot of you people out there can't compete, boys and girls. So you can't be like a crew who's got skills. You can't be like an electrician 480 who has the skills to pay the bills, an essential worker that makes the world go round. You can't be like a Mel who has skills. He doesn't give a fuck if he got to turn a wrench or get a mop bucket. He's got skills. Here's the part. When I hear all these chicks go to college and you ask what the major is and it's psychology, excuse me, how the fuck you gonna feed your family? How the fuck you gonna feed yourself? We don't need an abundance of psychologists. Oh, we gotta wait and see, man. We gotta wait and see. Hopefully, this is not a movie that kills our childhood. See, I've said this before. Why you should push your young children, especially your boys in the military, because those are skills that pay the fucking bills. There should be no 18-year-old fucking boy who's not in the fire academy, who's not a cadet in the police department, who's not a goddamn basic training. If they're not going to college, they should be doing, or in a trade, they should be doing something or the other. But because of a woman's nature of not pushing her son to be better, but she wants to keep him safe and pampered because she can't compete to get a man, you allow these young men to linger around like balls on the back of a fucking dog's scrotum. And then somehow, without training, without mentorship, without education, you're supposed to turn this fucking boy who you ignored systematically, emotionally, physically, intellectually, he's supposed to become a world beater by the age of 21. But yet, a chick could come out of high school with two fucking babies and get a fucking scholarship to go to West Bumfuck University, literally not write any of her goddamn papers, still chasing around drug dealers and get a fucking degree and somehow become your fucking supervisor or manager. Get the fuck out of here. Let me tell you this one, Snowflake. Let me tell you this, princess. I say what the fuck I want, anytime I want, however I want. Don't come over to my place telling me what to say. Do I go to your channel and knock the dicks out of your mouth? No, I do not. Yep, I see what he did. See, one, if you're gonna play in pro wrestling for fighters, you gotta know what's the difference between a work and a shoot. For those of you who are not familiar with pro wrestling terminology, shoot comes from the term shoot wrestling, which means real. That's why you call them shooters. They do real, actual joint locks and painful holds. A worker is a guy who's going to work the match. They're going to play a role or work along with the person. It's choreographed. That's why pro wrestling is not fake. It's choreographed. You can get fucked up in it. I think that he went way overboard, not being careful, taking care of the guy, because in pro wrestling, you want to be the guy who takes care of other people. You want to make it look painful without being painful. I think it's fucked up that he did that. And he went out of his mind to do some payback, even though he said he was cool about the beer bash. It was supposed to be a work. Instead of actually following along with the work, which would have actually brought his career up, that he could work in places like after his fight career is over. You want to go into pro wrestling and they say, "Oh, this guy can actually work. He knows how to bring emotion." Now you fucked your career up, and you might have a fucking aggravated assault charge against you, dumbass. People being a bully. That was a bully shit. That was real bully shit. If you ask me, that was some bully shit. That was some dirty, cheap shot shit. The guy was hoping that you were going to take care of him. He even said you could get one real punch off me. See, a lot of people don't understand this thing called struggle. Okay? A lot of people don't understand this called struggle. And by the way, shout out to ABM and Bay. If he plays it right, he can play this angle right, but he's gonna have to make that up to that guy. That's the one thing. He can play the angle a certain way, but if you're taking it out on a guy who's working with you, that's not cool. Because before COVID and before I needed surgery on my ankle years ago, I was supposed to do a charity pro wrestling match with Dan to be Severn. I didn't give a fuck who won or who lost. If Dan would have gave me the victory, I'd have been like, I'm honored because that's a fucking legend. If I'd have took done the job, hey, it's Dan Severn. But it's a charity match, which you're supposed to be entertaining people. I'm not really supposed to hurt him. I'm supposed to put on a performance that looks like we're hurting each other. And if you could do the performance right, you can make a lot of people eyes on you, get some money on you, you know, entertain people, have fun. But no, you want to do bully shit. This is the reason why, even when I was doing seminars, takedowns and throws and joint locks for, my boy who was running the jiu-jitsu school, I'm just glad that his guys were nice because sometimes you run into people who want to take liberties and put a joint lock on you really, really tight, really, really fast. And thank God I'm lucky enough for those few incidents that people try to do that. I'm quicker than them and I'll put one on them and not let go. I don't like to put locks on people to hurt them. I'll do it to show them a little bit of the pain so they should know the reaction they get. And also there are certain moves like a heel hook. You do it too fast, you can actually snap a person's ankle and tear their knee, the ligaments in their knee with a heel hook before they could tap. It's that quick. That's why even in matches, unless you really, really need that victory, you kind of slow the crank. You give the man the ability to tap. I think it's dishonorable. I think it's bully shit. There's no reason you should go into a known work match and the guy's literally giving you in his body. You drop him on his head, and now you're taking 21 strikes to the head to an unconscious person. You could have killed him. There's nothing you could have said. He had a concussion. Guess what? If he had a concussion, he should be nowhere near the ring. Even in pro wrestling. See, you always give a person a way out when it comes to joint locks or boxing. And one of the most gentlemanly things you'll ever see, you'll probably see it on one of my shorts, is the legendary left hook of Joe Frazier. There's times he hit people with the force of a fucking nuclear missile with that damn hook. And when he knows he got a guy hurt, he can easily put that guy down for a long time, but he stops himself. That's gentleman shit. Real man shit. I already got the man beat. I don't need to hurt him because right now that man's trying to make a living and feed his kids. You're gonna any honorable man is gonna feel shitty taking food out of another man's family's mouth. You should feel shitty. Personally, I think Rampage is a decent father, is a good father. He's never displayed any bad fatherhood traits to me, and I've been watching him for a long time. I think he needs to sit down with his son and have a nice talk with the young man. I really think he does. Yeah, and I think he treats them differently because one, I think there's a difference in not only respect but also what's the word I'm looking for? Expectations that he'll have for his Asian son, his Asian children. I really don't like that, and that's part of being unapologetically masculine. I don't have to be an asshole. I don't have to be this power hungry Negro. Now, hopefully, people can debate me. Whoever wants to debate I mean, I'm looking at this real nice. We're gonna put this link in the chat here. I don't know if you're listening. I think you're listening, but here's the link. Click the link. It's for the person debating. Well, you already know that. So you already know. I don't think his Asian children mothers raise their children differently than the black ones, obviously. I think he looks at them more respectfully than the black ones because of that. It's not about the down south attitude. The racial hierarchy is a lot different than what people even want to talk about, man. People don't even want to talk about it. Hold on, just stay right there. I'm waiting for homeboy to come right up. I don't want no excuses when he's debating why he hates Trump, why he hates this, why he thinks Kamala's a great character, when Kamala Harris would have been hell on earth for black men. And she has the record to do that. And to be shown that. Waiting on you at the big end. I think that a lot of times there's a lot of men out there who want to talk about who. Well, let me just say this. I think a lot of black men want to see women in charge because they're so used to it at home. There are some niggas who married and their wife run them like the Citadel. And I'm just like, in this community we call black, we got the special guests in the building named as protagonists. Oos. Well, can't wait forever. Uh, what's up, babe?
What's
I ain't gonna be late. And Derek said he wanted to debate. Good friend of mine, great artist, but he wants to debate about this Trump and how Trump's doing so poorly. Last
How is
time I
he
checked,
doing?
that's what I want to know. How's he doing poorly? Well, he talking about the tariffs, so you think those were a good thing?
Yeah, it brought in trillion. It's bringing in trillions of dollars,
Yeah,
taking the burden off of the American citizen.
yeah, because we were getting fucked. He actually showed you how much you were getting fucked
Yeah,
internationally. Look how
remember I
much we
was
were getting. Look how much we were getting fucked in Canada alone.
remember I was talking about. Well, you probably don't remember because, but at any rate, I was talking about the factory jobs that were coming here from overseas. And I
Right.
was wondering, I said, because I was talking to Lewis about this last week. I said,
When he had the
I'm
when he had
wondering,
the Trump bonds or whatever the hell he called them.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, what is going on with these factory jobs from overseas that's supposed to come here? Because I remember Trump saying when he talked about it back in February
Mm-hmm.
that he was going to make them build their factories from the ground up. It doesn't really take that long. So he said last week that here he's making them build their own power plants. That's
Mm-hmm.
been the issue. Nippon, because okay, I bought stock with U.S. Steel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And during the whole tariffs thing, that U.S. Steel stock was a steady climber, a steady climber. It was like, like the Price is Right with the Mountain Man.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, the housewife was hitting all the prices.
Oh yeah. Oh, she knew
So
where the fucking money was going.
right, because she's a shopper. So suddenly I went and checked, because I check it once a month, and I noticed that US Steel was gone. Come to
Mm-hmm.
find out, and I did do this, I bought stock with Nippon Steel, which is Japanese steel. They had merged.
Mm-hmm.
US Steel and Nippon Steel are now one company because the Japanese make better superconductors than the United States.
Yeah, because they actually found techniques how to heat it up quicker.
Right. So that stock is just soaring. And I'm like, I'm looking like, you scratch your head, but you don't really look into it because you figure, well, it's just steady on par. That's because they are building their own superconductors to generate their own electricity. So that way they're not sucking the power off of these cities and towns that they're built on outside of.
Mm-hmm.
These plants are scheduled to open because I was talking again. I was talking to Lewis about it. I said more than likely a lot of these plants are looking to open between mid-September and late November because of the Christmas shopping season.
And not only that, the reason why they're going to open up in the fall, in the late fall, and people forget this, the fiscal season of the federal government starts in October.
Look at that. That's so much money. Not
So
only
much truth.
coming
It makes
go ahead.
sense, doesn't it? It makes sense,
Yeah.
doesn't it, Brad? But continue,
So,
please.
so much money coming into the US government. So many jobs, mainly in red states, since blue cities wants to, well, I mean, there's no such thing as a blue city. I mean, a blue state outside of Minnesota. But there are a lot of, in Chicago, well, Illinois, but there are a lot of red states that are getting these jobs, like Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri, Texas, Florida,
Yeah,
Arizona. You're
yeah.
looking at a reverse migration. People are leaving California in droves. They're number one in U-Haul rentals that are not returned
Mm-hmm.
in their original state. They are leaving these disastrous cities and states and going to where these jobs are getting ready to pop off. I was saying earlier this year, if I was like an independent or something like that, or if I wanted to get elected coming up in the primaries in 2026, I'm talking to Republicans to find out where are these companies, where are they going, what do they need as far as land concerns, how many people do they need for their factories, all right? And I'm working with my local government and trying to do job fairs. I'm trying to get them there. Get them there. Like, hey, look, okay, we got these construction companies that can help you build your factories, and we can do a job fair with these type of workers that you need to work in these factories and these office buildings. Because again, he's not letting them take over old ones. You have to build all your stuff from scratch.
Yep. That sounds like a power play, doesn't it? And see,
Oh, hell
it,
yeah.
it does not. Let's talk about the international play since we're still on it. One, if we go into Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel merged, that means we have access to their technology of how to superconduct and superheat steel now, right?
Exactly.
And also, let's look at this.
Making
Are we still
Hatari Hondo.
are we
I'm
still
sorry.
having a big a big war in Ukraine right now?
No, I just
Are we,
did him. I just did Trump answering questions. They asked him about why hasn't Putin and Zelensky, what's taking them so long to sit down? And Trump could do understand. Trump and Putin have already made when they were in Alaska, they made the fucking deal. They're
mm-hmm.
just not telling you what the fuck the deal is.
And see, that's the thing. I'm glad you said that. A lot of shit in politics is what a need to know basis.
Yep.
Because if we tell shit too early, you're gonna fuck it up.
Exactly.
Because last time I checked, who's Donald Trump's peers? King
Shit.
Charles, Vladimir Putin.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Name your prime minister, name your king, name your emperor, name your
Of
president
leader.
Of a first world country.
of a first world country, a mover and a shaker, if you will. So when everybody's trying to make money, even Xi Jinping said, "Look, why don't we all just make money? Why do you think they turned it back into a meritocracy?"
They need it's all it's you're living on on an infinite planet with finite resources. You ain't got
Mhm.
time to be fucking each other up over some goddamn mineral rights.
Yeah. Excuse me.
China
It's
tried to
fun.
be real stubborn on their damn on the tariffs, but watching China Insider, you were watching. I mean, fact because do understand that China, that's a communist country. It's not like America where a corporation, you're the owner of a corporation. You're Jeff Bezos. You don't own fucking Amazon 100% in China. The government owns 50% of your shit. Okay? And you're heavily taxed. So
Yeah.
basically, you really own 25% after taxes.
Yeah.
So you
But
had
think about
so go ahead. I'm sorry.
But think about it. Even BGS agreed with me when I told people we got AB up here as well, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They, AB, how many fucking years did I tell people to tell their sons, their male cousins, their nephews to go into the military?
Shit, we've been saying it for years. I've been backing your play for years.
Even co-wrote an initiative to it, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a heavily pro-military, pro-veteran administration in office now?
Oh hell yeah.
Do you know there's a thing called HUDVASH? Are you familiar with HUDVASH?
Explain it.
It's Section 8 for veterans and veterans only.
Mm.
It's vouchers that are set aside for veterans and only veterans. And guess who they taking away these Section 8 vouchers from?
These single mom
Illegal.
And guess who they give them to?
These
veterans.
homeless veterans. Yeah.
Because I don't know anybody out of everybody, nobody would ever say, don't give a homeless veteran a house or somewhere to stay.
You're a veteran.
Mhm.
Your GI Bill. You can get a house. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know with my father's his GI Bill, and it even applies to me, even though I never filled out a draft card.
No, because he can give it to you. He can
Right.
just like matter of fact.
You can get a house with no money down, right? With
Exactly.
your bill.
What you think my father did?
There you go.
And guess what? He bought his first house at 59, 60. It's never too late, fellas.
No,
Mhm.
I've been looking.
And
I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking the past 2 weeks. I've been looking.
and by the way, this is another thing. You can't join Navy Federal unless you're a veteran, active duty, Reserves or National Guard. Either you work for the DOD, you're the descendant, meaning you're the child or grandchild of such veteran, or you're married to them.
Yeah, because I
So
got a
you,
Navy Federal credit union account.
so you telling me, right? Black people, especially black males, are giving up these fucking benefits hand over fist when you should be getting them. If you're a veteran in need, this is the time to get your needs met.
You're dealing with the most friendliest pro-veteran, pro-American presidential regime that you'll ever face in your lifetime right now, in your current lifetime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you are under the age of 35, no matter what your physical condition is, you need to turn in your resume to at least Homeland Security. They may
If you're
not have you out on the streets, but you can file. You can type. Can you type, motherfucker? Okay, come on.
I'm gonna tell you what. Go to USAA and get the information or the DDT 14 of whoever your grandparent that you are, that whoever's your grandparent who's a vet. Get their information so you can prove that you're related to them. A lot of people don't want to. A lot of people try to not. Have you ever noticed the type of people who knock military service are the biggest cowards usually?
Yep.
You can't join the white man's military. Historically, it was your military before we even had white people. Oops. Majority of white people in this country weren't here till like 1890 to 1910.
If it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for your black ass joining the military, you'd still be in slavery.
Yep. And most of your grandfathers and great grandfathers, they had houses because of what?
They won the war.
And
The
they got those benefits.
Right. The Republicans gave black. I swear to God, the Republicans gave black people the right to vote. They eliminated us being labeled as 3/5 of a human being. They gave us the right to own land. They gave us the 14th Amendment, which solidified our citizenship. Birthright citizenship is for us and us only.
But y'all want to share that shit to people who look down upon you.
Fuck them. I swear to God, black people look so stupid. Let's be honest. You as a black person calling yourself being a Democrat, motherfucker, do you not understand that you are fighting for the whims of white, lesbian, man-hating feminists?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Do you not understand that?
No, not to
How do
mention.
you not get that?
Oh,
You
not to
are the.
fighting for
You
the
are
party.
the.
You're fighting for
Go
the
ahead.
party that was started by a slave owner and started the Ku Klux Klan. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Black folks don't seem to understand that because you fucking with mama's welfare. You fucking with mama's Section 8. Like that black woman that sat up there in the bed with her bonnet on, telling her son that he couldn't work that job because he would fuck up her benefits.
Oh, there's a new one on TikTok now. This chick complaining because her ex-boyfriend cheated on her and then exposed her to Section 8 that he was living in the house. Now oh no, it gets better. Now she don't know what her and her 7 kids are going to do now. You heard me, 7.
7, and you do understand. Wow.
You know how many? You know how many members of the fucking '90s Justice League there were? 7. You got a whole superhero team in your goddamn house.
She got a starting 5 with 2 on the bench.
God damn.
Oh my God.
No, it doesn't help.
And by the way, notice we didn't talk about the gynocracy much either. Notice we talk about their loss.
It's over.
Notice we talk about real everyday shit that affects people.
Yeah.
Notice Notice when EB points out shit or B does a synopsis. Notice when I go on my tangents, I can actually say I'm sick of this shit and explain to you why.
Do black
Well,
men? Can I explain how black men?
please do because you
How
might do
don't
it better
you
than me.
understand? Let me explain to you how you won without even lifting a finger. Because I've been saying since 2018 that in order for the black community to come back and be a community again, the number one thing you had to do, you had to eliminate welfare from your people, from your women. You had to restrict it. I mean, you can't completely take it away, but you had to restrict it. And that's exactly what Trump did. You could, I don't care. Look, I'm gonna say this 1,000 times, 1,001 times. It don't matter how many fucking times you get on here on the internet, come on a mic and complain about why these bitches ain't giving you no pussy. Nothing was going to change. Absolutely nothing was going to change. You have to legislate poverty and
Mm-hmm.
prostitution. You have to legislate it out. You have to legislate the vile attitudes of today's black woman out. And that's exactly what happened when Trump cut SNAP down. They cut the food stamps down to a moderate amount, took away the junk food off of it, when they made it where if you are physically capable of working, you only get 2 years on a welfare voucher, also 2 years on a Section 8 voucher before you have to cough that up. They made it only people who are physically or psychologically disabled or the elderly can get
Or
on that stuff and not have to worry.
or veterans.
Yeah, or well, veterans, right? Yeah, or veterans, and a lot of veterans are like, especially the homeless ones, especially the homeless ones. But
Because
if they want it, Trump did say we're not going to force them. If they wanted the drug treatment, the psychological treatment, yes, but we're going to try to get them off the streets.
and when's
He
the
did
last
say that.
time you heard of a major effort to get homeless veterans? To me, I think it's
It just happened when he sent the National Guard to D.C. when they cleaned up them homeless encampments. They were talking to a lot of those. Hey, look, have you ever served? Have you ever served for your country? If you did, come with us. If
think
you
about
did,
it.
come with us.
How
We're
many
gonna help you
times
out.
how many times you saw a veteran down on their luck, down on their goddamn luck, served honorably, might have made a mistake, but guess what? They got back on the straddle. You give them another chance to get back on that straddle and be a man or a woman again.
Yeah, it's gonna
I've,
take psychological help.
I've told
Some
people,
of
I
these
said,
people are psychologically damaged. Let's be honest.
yeah, some of them are. And it's
Yeah,
not just because of the war. It's not just because sometimes, you going over there trying to be an honorable soldier or a sailor or a marine or a guardian for both Coast Guard and Space Force, and you going through not seeing your kids take a toll on you. Your wife
sure.
cheating on you. Your wife or husband cheating on you. They want a divorce. You think that takes a toll on people in a regular? Imagine you're in the military. You're gone for training. Not even war. You're gone for training for 3 months.
You
How
come
much
back
of a
to nothing.
come
Come
back
back
to
to
fucking
nothing.
nothing? And you doing your job for God and country.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should put in a law. If you leave a man on deployment, you get nothing.
I know a dude. Well, I knew a dude. He got married before he went to the military, right? Wanting to take care of a woman. He wanted to be one of them type of simps.
Hmm.
He's sending his paychecks home every day. Come to find out, he was in for 4 years. Right before he got out, his wife let him know, you know, because keep in mind he was overseas. He hadn't come home. His wife had 2 kids on him with another man, took all his shit, sold the house, left him nothing. He came home, he had to sleep in his uncle's basement on a cot.
Mm.
Took everything from him, everything.
I'd just be like, why do you believe these broads? They're vultures. They're fucking vultures.
But at any rate, yes, like it took executive orders for Kevin Samuels' prediction to come true.
Mm-hmm.
It took executive orders. Your podcast mic was not gonna make this shit come true. These chicks wasn't listening to you. These dudes wasn't listening to you. Travis Hunter is a prime example of how these niggas ain't listening to you.
Mm-mm. It's kind of funny because I think the mic helped. Somebody's listening. It's not the fact that the mic's going to help. It's the fact that Mike sometimes is going to push the narrative. And once the narrative gets pushed, guess what? Now there's a toll to be paid.
Yeah. Do y'all know that if you, I don't know if your audience know, because I know you don't really talk about politics. I'm not slamming you or anything. I'm just saying it's
No,
not really a
no, no, no,
genre. But I don't know if
no.
your audience know that one of the first things Trump did was he signed in the executive order where if you are paying child support, you can exclude your baby mama or your baby dad, depending on what your situation is. If you're paying child support, you can file taxes on your child.
Which I think is fair.
Yeah, only you. She can't do it. She can't
Think
do
of,
it. It was tax fraud.
think of how many women have been getting away with not only getting child support, but carrying the children on their taxes.
Right.
And then
Buying
they
a
and then we get
car,
the
she
shit.
fuck up about buying the car, she fuck up about August, September because she gonna change the oil of the brakes.
Or better yet, do what one chick did. Leave one dude, get a settlement, and then buy a brand new truck for the dude she used to fuck with.
Mm-mm-mm.
These hoes ain't loyal.
That's an
Yeah, but
under.
them days is over. The only way she can file the child on her taxes, is if you're not paying child support.
And guess what? You gotta go and pick that you gotta pick your poison now.
Yeah,
Mm.
whole math. I call it whole math. She got to decide: do she want to get a car after April 15th to ruin in 3-4 months, or do she want to continue getting your little $300-$500 a month to supplement her income? Decisions, baby.
And then the biggest one of the biggest demographics of homelessness are what? Women over 40, because that's usually when the child support runs out.
Yep, the child support, the food stamps, the Section 8, because you get benefit if you have a child under the age of 18. As far as the government subsidies, they account for that child. Why do you think so many young girls have children like at like 16, 17, 18, but usually within the 17 to 20 range? Because they need to get out, they want to get out from up under their mama's roof. So they go ahead, get knocked up, get on Section 8, get the food stamps, and then be out here living their best life while the child is,
Suffering.
yeah, sitting at home suffering. What's her name did that? Dre, what's the chick, the 40-year-old chick that wound up having the baby by some young basketball player?
Brittany Renner.
No, the
I
older
know who you're
chick,
talking about.
Drea Michelle or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
Graham Michelle. Gonna get pregnant
Right.
anyway. The dude paid out $1 million.
When her first son, when he was 7 years old, they found him in an apartment by himself, like a shithole apartment. He was eating garbage.
Mm.
Crazy.
But
This
this
was
is
in
the
the
mother
90s
giving.
to early 2000s, late
This is
90s.
why is she allowed to have another child?
Mm-mm.
This is the funniest part, right? We know the statistics. You always say Know the statistics. Like I had to tell my godson this weekend. Can we speak intellectually? I said, no, we cannot. You don't know the definitions. How can you be intellectual?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get out your feelings when you want to speak to people intellectually. Because let's look at this. Let's look at this on a fundamental scale. We're looking at women who are going to be vultures, especially with all these benefits are going away. They're going to be vultures.
What's up, ABM? He was on last night with us. We was talking football. That was a good conversation there.
What's up, baby? I tell people all the time, I said, look, you may hate what I say, you may disagree, but you can't call me a fucking liar.
Mm-hmm.
When I told you, when AB was there, I talked to Lou earlier today. When I did what BGS asked me, because he said you're the military guy, what do you think about Hegseth? I said, let me dig up his history. And boy, did we go taking shovels and bulldozers.
I
And they
think
said
he's
he's
a
not.
weak link.
I think he's what you need for the face of the military.
Young, square jaw, Captain America type.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want no old guys, the Secretary of Defense. He,
With a pot
he
belly.
doesn't. He doesn't relate. You look at him, and you look at you know, RFJ. I mean RFK Jr. They're doing pull-up contests with each other. That's some.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, he's a shape.
Yeah, he's a beast. He a
He's a
beast.
beast. He's a beast. Don't. Why do you think he's trying to introduce more natural remedies into the Food and Drug Administration?
Trump was talking about that today when I did my podcast today. He did the question that he was talking about there about the drug companies. He was like, look, they're going to bring the prices down to like, you pay for this pill $10 in Germany, but over here they charge you $1,150. Like, no, you gonna pay us what you sell it for in Germany, you're gonna sell it for here in the United States, or I'm gonna slap your ass with a tariff so high that it'll compensate for what they have to pay. So he said that today. So the medicine, because you do keep in mind a lot of the old people that you see that are working in like Walmart and grocery stores and stuff like that, they have to they have to work because they have to
just for their
supplement
medication.
income.
Just for
Huh?
their medication. Just for
Yeah,
medication
just for
alone.
medication. That's crazy.
And just to be around some disrespectful young people. Like, God damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
Putting their lives on the line by all these silly ass young YNs because
Yeah.
they need their blood pressure medication. Get the fuck
I
out of
mean,
here.
but once again, if you join the military, guess how much you pay for your medications?
Nothing.
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 But
Nothing.
when I said this shit 11 years ago, I was the enemy.
I get so many zero balance letters from the VA. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny as shit. I told a lot of these people, I said, look, y'all like suffering. Y'all need to stop learn how not to suffer anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being suckers. I think that's one of the biggest issues in America. Stop being a sucker. Stop being a goddamn sucker. Because that's what America really wants you to be, is a country full of suckers.
Sadly.
You hear Brandon Johnson talking about fighting the National Guard? Like physically fighting the National Guard? And it's like,
Go ahead and try.
My whole thing is, excuse me, you half a fag ass nigga. I am not fighting the National Guard in order to keep a rapist, murderer, criminal illegal, or these YNs to carjack me. I'm not fighting to preserve that.
Especially you do know the National Guard is the state militia. That is still the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And who's the commander in chief of every National Guard?
The president.
The governors.
Real? Oh yeah, that's right. The
The
governor.
governor until they're federalized.
Yeah.
But let's get into. I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
The next story. Since I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised, go Ravens. Where's my boy ABO? What the fuck's wrong with this dude? What's the fuck wrong with this boy? He's trying to tell Trump, keep our name out of your mouth. Okay, Will Smith.
Nigga, well, I'm sorry. Did you catch all the Brooklyn Day shooters from last year? No?
No, you didn't.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you didn't. You literally had a fucking mass shooting in the fucking South Baltimore, Cherry Hill, cross Hanover Street. I can tell you exactly what that bitch is. And you telling me we don't need a National Guard here, it's safe to walk the streets? No. Walk the motherfucking streets without your security detail.
Yeah,
just like everybody, just like all the people in the neighborhood have to. But you trying to restrict gun rights? You can't do it. Shout out to Larry Hogan for opening that shit up. Y'all voted against Larry Hogan when he was the greatest governor we had in 30 years. The reason why the Baltimore riots stopped was because of him.
I will ask again, why in the fuck do Democratic black people support, defend, promote, and celebrate criminality? Why?
Because this is what's popular. You're not a real man unless you got jail time. Because you got to understand something. Men like you and I are phobic to women. They want weak ass men.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They want weak ass men on purpose, okay? And I'm like, I'm not gonna be a weak. X told me this years ago. Well, the reason why we didn't work out too much was because we both got strong personalities. So you like purposely getting weak men?
Yep.
I said, Jesus Christ.
It took me a long time to figure that out, Charles, but I started to realize that these chicks want these two to be compromised. Especially the quote unquote educated ones, because they know if they get somebody on their level, they're gonna call them on their bullshit.
Because they know if a man has a degree in the same subject, he's probably gonna be better than them. No, not probably. He will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nice guy until you start reckless mouth holing, reckless pussy holing. Once you start crossing the line and you start acting like a degenerate little whore, oh, we got problems. You can go. I can't even begin to tell you how many chicks I packed up they shit and sent them back home to their mama simply because of disrespect.
And I don't blame you. I've been there to myself. You get a bunch of these chicks who think they got the ability to say what the fuck they want out of your mouths.
Mm-hmm.
And they get mad when you check them. I said, your daddy should have beat your ass or wiped you on a towel.
This is exactly why you don't live you don't lay your head nowhere where your name's not the principal on the lease.
First of all, a woman's supposed to live with you. You don't live with her. But
Nope.
once again, these dumbass single mothers allow their sons to go live. Oh, I'm going to go live with this. Yeah, you should go live with her.
I did that shit once. Once. Almost immediately. Because I was 25. Almost immediately I could feel the disrespect. Like
I
she was
mean,
in charge of me.
yeah, I really get that. And for every guy listening to my voice, your respect and dignity reigns above all. If I can't get my respect, I don't want you. If I don't get my respect, I don't want you. I don't need you. And I think that's where a lot of brothers need to chip in and say, you know what? It ain't fucking worth it. It ain't fucking worth it. You know? And it's funny because once in a while niggas need to hear the gospel. Niggas need to hear the gospel. Why would you put yourself in a brutal category with some ill-gotten women who ain't got nothing but the goddamn double in them? Nothing but the double in them.
It's fine. The days of living off of a woman and her Section 8, using
Over.
her food stamp card, maybe living off your mama's Section 8, all
It's
that
over.
stuff is done and over with.
It's over.
Get your lazy ass out here and get a job or get it out the mud like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But being an irresponsible fucking vagabond, going drifting from place to place, couch surfing, that shit is over with.
Mm-hmm. Just being a dust mite. Being a goddamn dust mite.
Umar ass niggas.
Yeah. No wonder women gravitated to him. Now you see why. All that education.
What education? When you really look at it, Umar got the same college degrees that a silly black bitch. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He has the same degrees that a low IQ black female get. That got she got a scholarship or half a scholarship with a C average. She started school trying to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer.
They
Found
kicked
out
her
that
ass.
found out that she can't read past a 10th grade level, usually an 8th grade level. So she got a psychology degree, a
A, psych-
communications degree,
a
a liberal arts
psychology.
degree,
A
quote
psychology
unquote,
degree.
quote unquote, an underwater basket weaving degree, like Amanda Seals.
Who got a degree in what? Grasshopper reproduction?
Hip hop and liberal
No.
art.
No. No.
Yes, yes.
Don't you mean nag hopper reproduction?
No,
That
folks.
chick
No.
is a moron. That's why I say it's Amanda Seals and Umar Johnson. They're well read, but they're morons. Their degrees are useless.
We're joined by ABM and crew. What's up, fellas?
What's up, y'all?
What's
Woo,
good, black man?
Charles.
What's going on, crew?
Woo.
So
Now that you up here, my fellow Baltimorean, is it about time Westmore shuts the fuck up?
dude, he's not going to shut up until he gets ran out of the primary because he's definitely running. He fits all the boxes. He's the light-skinned, non-threatening black man.
Yeah, and he's a horrible governor if you notice. How the fuck we lose money, but with Hogan we had a fucking $5.5 billion surplus.
Tax and spend Democrats. I mean, you can't
Is he
keep getting
related
mad
to
at the
Brandon
Republicans
Johnson?
because they're right. He's a
Is your
classic
mayor
tax and spend Democrat.
is your mayor governor related to Brandon Johnson?
Related?
They might be
No.
cousins because they just blew through a whole bunch of money for no reason.
Dog, it was the illegals.
Yeah.
You asked where the money went and went to the fucking illegals, man.
It went to the fucking illegals because they were betting on them to stay to become the new fucking voting class so they could really shit on black folks. And
we didn't allow it.
And black people who support that shit, I look at you with the biggest side eye.
Oh, them the best coons. I mean, these motherfuckers are literally out here fighting for their own demise.
I look at them as traitors. Call it what it is. You're a fucking traitor.
You know, shout out to Cerulean Grace. Seditious traitors, you call them.
Hoorah.
I would call them seditious traitors.
And you're a traitor because of sexual access. That's the sad part about the shit.
No, it's
Like,
not even.
Let's
It's
keep
not
it
even
real.
just
This is
sexual
nothing
access.
more than just sexual access, man.
It's not even sexual access. People just feel like they're doing a good thing, and it's like it's not a good thing. Look, hey, we can all take people in, right? Okay, we see a homeless, we'll take them in, but no, you can't come in my house every day. Like, what are you talking about? I'll feed you. Here's a sandwich and shit, but you can't. You can sleep in the yard over there maybe one day, but you can't come in my house. I got a family to raise. Hell, I don't know you.
It's one thing if I bring family, if I bring good friends that been in the struggle with me. I ain't no new niggas.
Right. And if there's new niggas, they gotta work from the outside to get back in. You get me? Like they gotta put in work to show that they not new.
Because guess what? Would they do the same for you? Boom goes the dynamite. And I look at black people and I said, stop listening to that bitch.
You know, they raised us, Charles. They raised us to have that little like always do good for somebody because you will want them to do good for you.
And 9 times they don't.
But nobody else does that shit. We're the only good moral people in the world.
And notice good moral people always end up weird, dead last.
Getting screwed over.
And not in a good way.
Right.
But white Jesus is gonna love me if I do this.
White Jesus said, get out my house, bitch, and get my S curls.
Right. White Jesus said, "Stomp your feet and leave that motherfucker too."
You know, even Jesus grabbed a whip and kicked ass.
He tore up the church, didn't he?
Yeah, tore up the temple. So I'm just looking at this and I'm saying, you literally try to criticize Trump. They made over since August 7th, 300 plus arrests. Got how many illegal guns off the street? My God.
Mm-hmm.
Each
How
time y'all
dare you take away my right to kill and be killed and murdered and raped and shit?
And they said he ain't arrest no black people like that. He getting the illegals off of that. I think he's using the National Guard to back up ICE.
Let me tell you what the secret. Let me tell you what the secret is, because a buddy of mine told me.
Go ahead.
Both DC and both BPD are down anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 officers.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to surplus that shit. You don't have enough patrol. You have even Baltimore County is short. They sometimes went out with only fucking 4 officers for a whole precinct.
And Charles, look, the guard ain't got to do your work, right? The guard can do the paperwork and do the office work, right? And let you be out on the street.
They got to patrol because, you know, there's certain paperwork you got to do because you're sworn. Right. But guess what? They're basically your backup. You're doing the arrest. So
that's what I mean. Like they're doing the office work. right? They doing the
What?
office work.
They're doing more than that. They doing more than that.
They're
Yeah,
patrolling.
they out there. Yeah, they making arrests just like you are. But you were right. You're right. Trump did say that he was, because it leaked. It was the one thing that leaked, thanks to Pete Hegseth's brother. I swear to God, that's why I say he's the weakest link.
Yeah.
That Trump is planning on using the National Guard along with the new ICE agents that they're hiring to do these sweeps across these blue cities. Not only are they going to be taking out the illegals, but they're also going to be cutting down on crime. DC hasn't had a murder in 2 weeks ever since those soldiers were deployed.
And let me tell you what. I'm going to say this like I said it on my last channel, my last show. I doubt you're listening, President Trump. Please federalize Blackline security.
Oh Lord.
Please do it like the Pinkerton.
How many times I got to tell you this to submit your resume and stop playing?
I'm finna submit my resume to Blackline Security.
Please
Submit your
federalize.
resume, bro.
Please
Trump is saying, look, they desperate. They're
Please.
desperate.
Oh,
sorry.
trust me. That's how it works. That's how it works, fellas. Trust me.
They might make you a warrant officer in the guard.
Maybe. If I go back there. You know, warrant officers in the military, untouchable, boy. You talk about made men. God damn, nobody fucks. Not even generals fuck with warrant officers because you need them. They're so important. They're your expert. They're your expert subject matter experts. Nobody fucks with them.
Just above enlisted, just below the officers.
The Elliot Nesses of the military.
Yeah, they're like the Elliot Ness. They're like the who's the guy who was the Secretary of State for Nixon?
They're the Jack Sparrows. They're the Jack Sparrows.
Who was the Secretary of State for Nixon? What's his name with the glasses?
Oh,
You talking about Kissinger?
Yeah.
Kissinger?
Yeah, the Henry Kissinger's of the fucking
Right.
Nobody fuck with that because nobody fuck with them because they do too much. Oh, they get shit done.
Motherfucker walk around without a knife, stick, or gun. Hey, come here, bitch.
And they said they're not trained to deal with that. Okay, that statement right there. Okay, who do we call when we have national fucking like a state emergency?
It's not FEMA, which is pretty much the National Guard.
Hey, Charles. You remember Max Black, right?
Maybe.
Maximum Black. He Army too, right?
I think so.
So he said, "What y'all Army do, right? Because you Army too, right?"
Yeah.
Said the Marines go in there first, go fuck shit up, right? But the Army holds the shit.
Yeah,
Army is the police out of town.
They maintain it.
And you all can stay there forever.
You got to think about this, right?
Oh my God! Go ahead. I got this something for y'all. Just came off the wire.
What is it?
Trump says he is removing federal Governor Cook. On Monday, President Trump removed Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook effective immediately, posting a letter on Truth Social citing Article 2 of the Constitution and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. Federal Housing Finance Agency Director William Pulte filed a criminal referral. Oh wow! To Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Yeah, something about mortgage fraud.
Yeah, alleging Cook committed mortgage fraud by claiming 2 primary residences in 2021, including in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Atlanta, Georgia. Cook responded that I have no intention of being bullied to step down from my position because of some questions raised in the tweet. Bitch, you going to jail. And is gathering records to respond. Records show her Atlanta property was for rent in September of 22. Bitch, you Letitia Jameson out here.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
You Letitia Jameson out here.
If you control the damn feds and all the police, like who are you playing with?
I told you, man. I told him. I said, man, not old has an axe to grind, and that bitch is mighty sharp.
It's weird that they sitting up here talking about some. Oh, he's coming back at us. Yeah,
did
he's
it first.
weaponizing the DOJ because you
said
came
it.
in him first.
I said it last year and nobody listened. The pawns always go first.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Remember, you gave a battery in this nigga's back when y'all tried to kill him.
Thank you.
What?
You took a shot at the king and you missed. Now his revenge is brutal and slow and sweet.
And he's not even doing it swift. He's gonna embarrass you.
Mhm.
I mean, I want you to think about this. And I want you to really deep down the hole, fellas and ladies listening to the sound of my voice. Well, Trump's a lifelong Democrat. It took a lifelong Democrat to literally dismantle the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine with me.
List how he did it.
It's
Because he did it so sweetly starting January 20th. He took away their money from USAID. He took away their money, destroying the Department of Education. He slowly killed.
Because that was a fucking Ponzi scheme.
Thank you. That's why what's that old bitch Maxine Waters and them was trying to call themselves going to the building to fake a sit-in, but really they was trying to get to their records to destroy evidence.
Yeah.
But they locked the doors on their ass. They already knew what the fuck was up. What was there? Oh, he also destroyed their media apparatus by opening up the media to everybody, people like Charles and myself and whatnot. Those of us, AB, that have media profiles, right?
Because that's what happened to him when it came to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms.
Exactly. He destroyed them simply by. You do understand that CNN is. I mean, they're barely getting like 400,000 views.
We get
on
more
their
views than
show.
CNN. We get more views than CNN.
Why do you think MSNBC NBC has distanced themselves from MSNBC? They're done because it's a waste of money. Stephen Colbert losing his show because nobody's watching that shit. All them other prime time, them late night shows, nobody's watching that shit. All that anti-Trump rhetoric, nobody's listening to that shit.
Hey, common sense. My bad.
Nobody cares.
You see, even what's her name? Angela, she's using the FBA talking points on her shit, debating ABL and 20 black conservatives. Cause they ain't got
you're
nothing.
talking about Amanda Seals?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
She using our foundational talking points and what do you? It's nuts.
Amanda Seals is using rhetoric. Her ideology is stuck in 2010. That's where her ideology is stuck at. It's stuck in the early Obama era.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the victimization era.
Right. Everything's you're so victimized. Them 20 Republicans cooked the shit out of her. It was so bad that behind the scenes, it was so bad that behind the scenes, she was telling them to kick certain people off the panel because she couldn't handle the claps.
And then the next day she went and reversed herself because she was talking all our FBA talking points, but then the next day she was against reparations.
And Amanda Seals is not ADOS anyway.
No, she's half FBA.
She's a tether.
No, she's half tether.
No, I get it. But
she got one parent of the lineage.
Technically, she's half a tether.
She should not be speaking for us.
But overall, she's a full tether because her mama was just her daddy's jump off.
Right. Yeah, she was raised by the foreign parent.
Right. She was right. Her mother used her daddy to get a green card.
She an anchor baby.
Yeah, thank you. Yep, she was an anchor baby because as soon as the mother got here, of course, the mother wound up leaving the father, and then she wound up marrying some white man, and that's who Amanda Seals knows as the everyday in the house father was her mother's white husband.
And you see how they be lying, right? They say Trump deported an American American son of a military. No, that was a Jamaican that never finished his citizen process.
The citizenship.
Right.
Right. You see Abrego Garcia. You say they got rid of that nigga. He going to Uganda.
They said they freed him from jail.
He going to Uganda.
They said they freed him yesterday.
Let me tell you what happened. So they brought him back, right? He had that awkward reunion with his battered wife.
Damn.
On the cameras. You can clearly see the battered wife syndrome in her eyes. And then they went and scooped that nigga up to deport him back they deported him to Uganda. That's why this is what they was trying to tell him months ago. Like, look, okay, if we don't deport him to El Salvador, he's still getting deported because the motherfucker has 2 deportation orders that you can't do shit about. Which just that you just don't want us to deport him to El Salvador because that's on his restriction list as far as deportation. Can you bring Charles up, Red Pill in the back, Lewis in the back?
Hey, what you said?
I thought I brought him up. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what you said? So you ain't got to go home. You just got to get the fuck up out of here.
Right. So this nigga going back to he got him a quick little piece of pussy, and now he finna go.
Yeah, because I thought I saw like Friday they released him, but I'm looking at the story today. Federal judge says he's got to stay in custody. Like he just walked out and walked into the Fed's hand and shit.
Yes, this nigga, he got home just enough to get him a piece of pussy, say some crazy shit to his wife to threaten her, and now his ass gets deported to Uganda.
Hey, time's up. Your time's up. Hey, Charles, I know you done arrested somebody and been like, hey, go kiss your girl. I'll put you in the car in a second. You can go kiss your girl. All right, time's up. You got to go.
I think that was so funny. You're gonna go the whole time.
Maybe he can traffic some Africans.
Whole time.
Hey, them Africans good at it, so. Ain't that what they do?
Yeah.
My bad, Lewis. I thought I brought you up already.
And he don't speak English. That's the crazy part. He's been in the United States damn near 14 years and he don't speak a lick of English.
Hey. I'm gonna tell you what's really funny about that shit, right? But everything people say Trump did, there was always a rebuttal or answer for. Have you noticed?
Yeah, and it never made any sense. It was always some silly shit that didn't make no sense. Bleeding heart liberal responses.
And here's the amazing thing that always mind fucks me. Trump hasn't even been back in office a year yet.
Oh, barely 6 months.
He's barely been in 6 months, and look at how much work he's been doing. Say what you want. That's a working motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, we got 3.5 more years of this shit, Charles.
Hey,
it's gonna be lovely.
This is why I cover him so much. At least 3 times a day, he done did some shit that's newsworthy. Yeah. He sat down with the leader of South Korea today. But before that, he signed executive orders against crime. No more cash bail.
Hey, did you hear he said he's talking about the concealed carry reciprocity too?
Yeah, I hope he does. Because in other words, this is for everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice. Was Trump's trying to get an executive order or a law passed is the concealed carry reciprocity. It's going to work very similar to your driver's license. If you have a license in Maine, you can drive in Maryland. If you have a license in Maryland, you can drive in California. So if you have a concealed carry and you passed all the background tests in your state, why can't you use that same concealed carry in another state?
Oh, remember 30 states.
I thought Biden already did that.
No, Biden's against that.
Biden's heavily against that.
And then remember, 28 or 30 states have constitutional carry.
Yeah. So
So like
many of
when
those,
I'm from Indiana, right? I live in Indiana now, right? I do have a permit, right? But before I had a permit, uh, just my Indiana license will let me carry in Illinois in my car only.
That's what he ended. He
But I
ended.
cannot
That's
get
what
out of
he
my
ended.
car with that shit though.
That's what he ended.
Trump is finna say I
Biden
can get
ended
out
the
of my car
permit.
with that shit.
You're right. You guys are right. But what Biden did, he did end the permit, the national permit.
No,
He ended the
Biden did not
national
do.
permit. I
Biden
remember
didn't
that.
do shit for gun rights. Biden is heavily
matter of
against
fact,
gun
the
rights.
biggest case that happened was when, what was it? The one in New York when it showed when they turned
The
every
Bruin,
state. The
Nat
Bruin
Sherpa
case.
versus Bruin.
The Bruin case basically was turned every state into a may carry into a shall carry.
And then all gun laws, you have to say was they real gun laws during their founding,
Yeah, because
1719. If there wasn't a gun law for that in 1719, it's unconstitutional.
you got to remember
Well,
this one.
1794. My bad.
You gotta remember this one thing. The only law the Constitution have in the amendments that shall not be it actually says shall not be infringed is the Second
The right
Amendment.
of the people. Yeah. The with just military, militia being necessary to the freedom of the state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you're right. I looked it up. Yeah, you're right. He didn't. He did more restrictions.
Yeah,
Okay.
Biden, the Democrats hate. They're all AR bans. You can't have 15 rounds in your shit. Like my gun is illegal in Illinois
like you got to think most of
because
my
I
guns,
got a screw on a damn on the barrel. I got a threaded barrel, so that shit is illegal in Illinois.
which makes no fucking sense because if you think about it, most of your blue states or blue cities are are the most violent cities in America,
Bro,
but
a
they have the
nigga
most
got hit with the switch on Thursday out here in the burbs.
And I'm
Oh God.
telling you, I wish a
Nigga got hit with a
motherfucker
switch. My buddy was getting his hair cut. He heard the switch next door.
Okay. All right. So this was my issue.
switches up
All
for
right.
switches up for bitches.
All right. I got it. I understand. So
Yeah, because
okay.
he sprayed
So
up everybody.
my gun, I can own my gun without a firearm registration
Yeah,
because I bought my gun in Ohio and I'm in Georgia. Okay. That's
You're
what happened.
good. But you drive
Okay,
through
I'm good.
Illinois. You drive through Illinois. If you got 16 in that mag, you might get fucked up. It might have to do 10 years because you got 16 in the mag instead of 15.
and it
Does that
doesn't matter.
involve okay, like because they consider your gun loaded if you got one in the chamber.
No,
Yeah,
So,
Illinois, if you got the mag in the gun, it considered
oh, so you
loaded.
would have to have the mag in separate from the gun.
Right.
That's the only way you
No,
can pretty
yeah,
much
you
kind
gotta
of
take the mag out. Because if the
right.
mag
Yeah,
is
it
in the
has to be
gun
separate from the gun.
In Illinois, they call that loaded, even though you ain't
Okay.
got one up top.
Okay. All right.
and
So you got to separate
see
the
how
pieces.
confusing and see how confusing all these different states' gun laws are, and tell me which state has the best gun laws.
North Dakota and Indiana.
And notice none of these solve the crimes that are going through your fucking cities right now. I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about that.
Yo, Charles,
You,
if you got some good pics, send them to me, all right?
all right.
Could you play this video? I can make you something like this.
Uh-oh.
I know one thing. My local Walmart, the greeters, they know I
This
carry.
is the Red Pill Sleeper Cell.
Oh, that's tough. That is very tough.
Charles don't want no intro like that. That'll be too tough for him. He's gonna have to beat himself up.
That shit's too tough.
Because I'm working on something for you. I got a picture of the Baltimore skyline at night. and I want to transition it.
Oh yeah, that's what I usually am on the weekends. Like that shit's tough.
Hey, Red Pill. Hey, bro, where's your accent from?
Jersey.
He's
Oh,
a
okay,
Jersey boy.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny about a lot of these laws or these crimes, and people ask me, what do you think about Trump putting the National Guard there? My father's a Vietnam vet with the Marine Corps. Shout out to all those Marines, past and present, hoorah! And he, even he's not the biggest Trump supporter, but he says, "Well, you gotta do something to get rid of the fucking crime." Like, what are people supposed to do? Live in fear?
Well, isn't DC short like 600 officers?
Try double that. Double that, my friend. Double it.
Oh shit.
And I say in Chicago, Trump need to bring these feds out here to arrest a lot of these cops and these politicians.
This
They're
is
the corrupt
crazy.
ones.
Well, the police represents the leadership of the city, so
I be talking to my auntie and them that live in the city and be voting and shit. I don't like, but why they be voting for this shit?
Because they don't know any better, man. They don't know any better.
You know, it's like you tell people, "Oh, I'm Indian." You know, American Indian. Oh, you still African? Oh, don't vote for Democrats. I'm still gonna vote for him because Trump is orange and shit. Like, who cares? He's getting rid of these illegals.
He's cutting down your crime. If he could take a city that was notorious for crime like DC, back in the day, you know what the DC stood for? DC was Death City.
Mm-hmm. And
But black
and
folks
trust
about a
me,
lot like
Charles, I did not vote for Trump, right? I did not vote for Trump. But I'm still saying he's better than Kamala.
Kamala. She wouldn't have gave a fuck. She'd have been so Kamala would have had us looking stupid.
We'd
This
have been
place would be
flooded
on
out.
fire.
We'd have
The
been
United
flooded
States would be
out.
on fire. Yeah.
All immigrants in here. It'd have been over with.
If Kamala would be president, and I'm saying this to my boy who's probably listening. He says he wants to do the debate Friday or Thursday. It's probably gonna. Who knows? It better be early because I'm gonna be at my spot. And I said this like, yo, I want you to think about this. I said I want you to think about this. If Kamala would have won, we'd have been a third world country in 3 months.
And Molly, the only one picturing Kamala coming from the Alaska sit down with Putin wiping the corners of her mouth.
Putin
We
would have
had
put
a
it
good
on her.
meeting.
Putin would have put it on her.
I should have
Putin would have treated her like Dubai.
like, oh, I got another one to shit on. I like it.
Putin would have did her dirty.
He just came out to the podium smiling while her knees looking dusty.
She got that Russian snow on her knees.
Her mouth, trying to comb her hair back with her fingers.
She was,
to my American people.
he'd have been like, you know what? I love America. I love America.
Maybe we make deals, maybe we don't.
We make deals now. Oh, America.
I go see
love
Zelensky next.
I have
go
too
see
much meeting
Zelensky.
with Kamala before we make deals.
I love her warm embrace and wet.
She is a very tight negotiator.
You know them Indians right next to Russia anyway, so they used to each other.
Of course they used to each other. Everybody played Street Fighter. We had Delsing versus Zangief.
Right.
Like shit.
And Charles, you know military shit. India's on our shit list, right? India, Russia,
One
China.
of them.
They are not
Yeah,
non-US shit list, right?
everybody,
Ooh.
everybody's going to go shitless. Arg. I mean, you gotta look at it, right? It's it's shameful when you have people want to debate you, and I'm like, how do you think Kamala was so incompetent they hid her away for 3.5 years? Like, we got a sorority that you could drink. I'm there. I'm there.
Excuse me.
Like, I'm just like, yo. Any man who tells me Kamala would have made a good president, I'm gonna check the dope you smoking. There's some crystal meth in that bitch.
Some of these titles are
Oh, I
crazy.
got a good one for y'all. You know my other channel, I got Big 50 TV, right? This is gonna be my first video, right? Hey Charles, do you know a motherfucker dressed up like two guys dressed up like federal Texas people serving a warrant
Wow.
and served it all wrong and got sent out feet first. Dude was
Well,
like, I'm not going.
sounds
You
about
not
right.
the police. You not the police. He sent them out feet first.
That sounds about right.
I want to be the police.
Sound like Herbert from the goddamn. How you doing, Chris? It's the police
Ah,
coming to cuff you.
you know what? I'm sitting up here. I was thinking about how you've got Maxine Waters and now Brandon Johnson calling for civil war. And I'm like, when you look at the Democratic combatants for the Civil War, it hasn't changed since the first one. You still got a bunch of male feminists, pencil neck geek, half a, if not a whole homosexual, a bunch of trannies. It will not be the Hispanics. And you probably looking at maybe about, let's see, you're looking at we're 13% of the population. So if you break that down, let's say 6% of us are men. You're probably looking at 0.5% of the black male population that would be stupid enough to call themselves pulling a Nintendo Switch on a National Guardsman. Because
They're
the
not
women
gonna.
ain't fighting for shit.
Hey Charles, here go the story. If you want to share it.
I mean, are you picking up what I'm putting down here? It's a lost cause.
Nobody is fighting the federal government like that unless we actually have to fight them.
And fight them for what?
No, I'm saying nobody's finna fight them like until it get
Right.
to like the Civil War or something like that where we have to. Nobody's
Yeah,
finna
well,
do
what
that.
does it take for you to have to fight the federal government?
For them doing us real bones.
Like how? Like what? Give me an example.
Slavery. Jim
Slavery?
Crow.
Well, you can't do slavery in a constitutional republic anymore. That's over with.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. If it gets to that, then it'll get to that. But it's not to that point.
I mean,
Right. It's
genocide
not
might
going
be
to do
one.
that. Mhm. Say what, Charles?
What about genocide?
Well, genocide against who?
The people.
Anybody.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
who would they? I mean, I'm not going to go fight the federal government if they decided to start genociding illegal immigrants.
no.
I
I'm
wouldn't
definitely
stand for
not
it. I
going
wouldn't
to.
stand for it. Don't genocide them, send them home, but don't genocide them.
Then get the fuck out. We
So
told
I'm
you.
saying
No,
like Charles is an officer, right? But Charles is he'll still stand up to the government. He still will
no, he
not
will
take certain
not.
orders.
I guarantee you,
I
Charles will
would
not
not take
stand
certain
up
orders. I've
against.
never been work for the government, but
Let
I
me
would
tell you
not take
something.
certain orders.
Charles, if the federal government all of a sudden started deleting criminal illegal aliens, are you gonna get in the way?
Like criminals? No.
Okay.
Innocent people, yes.
Okay.
And if
Innocent
they're
people, yes.
deleting them without trial and authority or whatever,
And when we mean criminals, we mean like
child touchers,
child touchers,
robbers.
touchers without consent.
Human
Oh,
trafficker.
I might join them. Like I think
But
that
if,
a lot of
so we got that out of the way. So who else would be genocided?
that's about it.
That's
Um,
it.
I think
Anybody that just bothers people for no reason
you
and
know
causes harm.
I think
I'm
this
gonna
is the
give you
one
like
thing. I think this is the one thing I'm surprised men, and this is how you know indoctrination works like a motherfucker. Men haven't even revolted against child support and those draconian laws.
but we don't have to now.
There
I'm
you
taking
go.
care of that.
I
but
got you, bro.
but getting back to it, I am not going to look if the federal government, let's say all of a sudden, all these ICE agents that keep getting attacked by these stupid ass, fucking liberal ass motherfuckers. If all of a sudden ICE agents turned around and started blowing their fucking heads off, they're getting what they're deserved, as far as I'm concerned. Because why the fuck are you fighting for criminals?
Arg.
Right? These people that get in the way of the feds, they gonna get federal charges. Am I
Well,
right?
that's what I'm saying. If all of a sudden you get back, and then you all of a sudden the Fed got hit with a rock and he blew away 3 of the motherfuckers in the direction of which the rock came from, I'm not upset. I'm saying it took y'all long enough to
I
send
agree
a
with you
message
there.
that we're not playing with you.
I agree with you there. Hey,
This is not a fucking game. This is about national security. Die, bitch. Who's the next motherfucker that want to throw something or get closer than 5 feet?
Because he's real.
Go ahead. I'm
fair
sorry.
use, fair use, fair use, fair use.
Now you don't have to do that no more.
Pause it right there. Did you see that shit? Bring it back a little bit.
The days without a murder.
Yeah.
Let me go back. I'm sorry. 12 consecutive day without a homicide.
Days.
Can I go back and let it play a little bit? I want to read what it said.
Okay, I'll go back. I'll go back before it then.
It's a goddamn shame a U.S. president had to take a city and put it over his knee. Pause it right here.
That's what Fox do. I can't. You know, it's gonna blur this shit. I can't control that.
Over 1,000 fucking arrests. Over almost nearly what? How many guns off the street?
86 arrests and 10 illegal guns seized, bringing the totals to 1,007 arrests and 111 guns taken off the streets.
Who's mad at that? Who's mad at that?
And it's not niggas that he's arresting.
Not for the most part, no. For the most part, no.
You'd be surprised, my nigga.
But who's mad at that?
Idiots. Idiots are fucking mad at that.
Man, I don't even give a fuck about no goddamn Cracker Barrel. When's the last time one of y'all ate a Cracker Barrel?
You know what's funny? I've always laughed by saying the name Cracker Barrel. I said we don't
good
serve
syrup though. I like
we don't
syrup.
serve niggas, but we do serve some crackers. Hey, Saltine Barrel, I need you for a minute.
Cracker Barrel ass motherfucker.
Cracker Barrel. I just need an old white guy. I need an old white guy just to say it. Cracker Barrel.
Get your biscuits and gravy eating ass down.
Cracker Barrel. It's hard to be a Cracker Barrel.
I have to be honest. Ever since this controversy started, I actually want to go there for a breakfast.
Hey, they do got some good syrup though. They got
I
some
mean,
good syrup.
I'm not gonna lie, they got some damn good breakfast, man.
Yeah, them goddamn sausage links and shit.
God
They
And they
damn.
got turkey sausages for us niggas.
I told y'all this change was gonna work. Ain't no such thing as bad publicity. Look at all these black folks up in here ordering breakfast.
Look at this. Can we say here? Yes, we can. You looking at your grandfather, he's smiling at you. Can we say the name of this place? And he smiles at you. Go ahead, son. Cracker Barrel. Hey, Cracker, more syrup. Big Barrel.
Motherfuckers got more biscuits and gravy than their stomach can handle.
I mean, goddamn. I ate a Cracker Barrel with some coworkers one time. That shit was so filling. I think I took a nap to finish eating.
Yeah, they have some good ass down. That's some good old country cooking right there,
That's
boy.
some country. That's like an old school country ass whipping. You kids don't know anything about that. Old skit serving you on a
Hey, what they
skillet.
say?
You
Hey,
ever ate
Charlie,
out
what
of a
they say? I'm gonna
goddamn
hook them
skillet?
jumper cables up to you.
You ever ate out of a goddamn skillet? God damn.
Shit, I'm looking it up now. I ain't got nothing to do in the morning. Let me see.
Oh shit. He finna be out there at the Cracker Barrel eating with the white folks in the morning.
Yeah, okay, yep. There's one 11 miles from me.
He on
11
it.
miles from me.
Cracker Barrel.
On the road. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a straight shot up what is that, 285? Yeah. I
He on
think
it.
I just might go. 18 minutes away.
So like,
18
hey,
minutes
Cracker.
away. I'm going to a goddamn Cracker Barrel. I ain't gonna
Hey.
even fuck with y'all. I'm serious. Yep, 10 a.m. Let me save it. Let me save it on Waze.
I can see your black ass right now. Hey, Crackers.
Walking in with the shiki and goofy on. Repeat myself 3 times. I said I had the biscuit and gravy and sausage. I said the biscuits and gravy and sausage. Sister this, Snow Bunny. I said the biscuits, gravy, and sausage.
Hey, Cracker. Hey, Snow Bunny. Yeah, we need some Cracker Barrel.
Uh,
I wonder if Umar going to take his $500 dates to places like Cracker Barrel.
oh shit.
No, he
No, he
gonna
gonna be spending too much. He gonna spend too much of that $500 donation.
No, that motherfucker. No. First and foremost, it's just a shame that this nigga done turned to prostitution.
He's a bad bitch. He's a baddie. Did you see his last video?
Yeah, baddie.
Yo, that nigga's a baddie. That nigga's up there talking shit, talking about yeah, you know your wifey want to see the Prince of Pan African. The Prince of Pan African to take your wife or some shit like that. Like this nigga then went off a cliff now.
Well, he gonna take her to Akon City.
Called your girl. What did he say? A domestic slave or some shit? Oh no, domestic prisoner.
Oh yeah. He said, "Well, you're
domestic prisoner. Yeah,
domestic prisoner." Oh my god! Like,
ask him about his daughter though.
I'm pretty sure there's a good father and daughter picture of eating in the wings. Oh god!
Yeah, that's where Umar took it.
His daughter can't stand him.
How you gonna be selling conscious dick and shit?
Well, I mean, look at his customer base. I mean, you saw the Lene chick. That's his usual customer base.
Oh, but how does he sell this shit to women and he can't even raise his own daughter?
Because them bitches are stupid.
Because women are not logical. How many times have you said this on the live stream? They're not logical.
I have been in the conscious community since I was 15 years old. I'm 53. I never dated none of them bitches because they are dumb whores. Mm-hmm. They're the dumbest fucking loose pussied whores you'd ever meet in your life. When Tariq Nasheed called them herbal tea bitches, he was not joking. Them bitches are whores. They be having fucking STDs that never go away.
And that you can't pronounce.
Yeah, them the ones with the several. I mean, Erica Badu. Think of Erica Badu, only poor.
Every
Got
time
eight got 8 rapper niggas as baby daddies and shit.
Yo, but that's
this
facts
is
though.
this is the conscious community chicks, right? They're usually the chicks that fuck with number drug dealers or jailbirds. They get mad because they thought the last nigga they could control. They give him number one. I've said this to all females. If you gotta write a resume for a nigga, when I learned how to do it in third grade, that says a lot about you. Um, they want to get conscious right after they fuck up with men, and they want to blame men for all their mistakes, even though you took a great deal of bite and you took a great deal of fucking choice in picking this nigga. I'm always entertained by this shit.
Dog, it's church.
Today's
Take
conscious
the cross off the
is a
wall and
mix.
put a red, black, and green flag on the wall. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
That's all it
Pretty,
is.
It's
They
the
pretty
same
much.
conscious
shit.
because
They traded one religion for another.
they
Yeah, pretty
they
much.
they conscious because they let Common and Dre 3000 get them pregnant.
Oh no, they're conscious because their pussy went over the line, and what makes it even crazier, and I love it, is the fact of the matter that when you ask them about their relationships, why you were engaged to this nigga for X amount of years, and not one time why didn't you get married? But you gave him a baby. See how ass backwards our women are? Then when you ask a simple question like that, they get insulted. That's why I always said a man's first job or a father's first job is usually protecting the kids from the mother. That postpartum shit, you know how many babies died from postpartum shit?
Brother,
A lot.
yes. The girls get nuts.
My
And the mother
son's my,
just slaps on the
my,
wrist.
my son's mother had postpartum. And I saw her doing some goofy shit. I was like, give me that goddamn boy, go lay your ass down. She didn't even realize what the fuck she was doing.
They not in their right mind. They go crazy.
And I'm like, y'all don't. I, there's shit that I will normally say, and it scares the fuck out of me with the next generation of young men, which happens to be my son's generation. Y'all got some terrible bitches. My godson, he's married to a 19-year-old. He's 22. I said, whew, Lord Jesus, you. I said it's a lot different screwing abroad than actually getting living with abroad. World of a difference, man. World of a difference.
Charles, I was here at this house when I was married to my wife. She chased me around my mom's house with a knife. My mom told me, just run away, Ray. Run away. You
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what that is? Instead of my mom telling her to shut, you know what I mean? Stop
yeah.
what she's doing. She told me to run away because she knew that the girl was crazy.
And she knew the girl was gonna kill you.
Let
Right
me
in
tell you,
front of everybody.
that's that sisterhood of failure destroys us as not just as black men, but as black people. But what I've learned is I find it funny that what's the dude Brandon Jamal, the
Jamal Bryant.
the hit it raw guy.
God damn it.
He's on his lesbian saga, and I'm not saying this to dissing, but he don't understand how them chicks operate because they are all up in the conscious community, and they will take advantage of you physically because they're not actually like butch lesbian, they're just traumatized.
Yeah, they went through shit.
Right, they're
A lot of them, a lot of
traumatized.
them, a lot of them been touched.
Yeah, So they're traumatizing other women in an attempt to regain their femininity. But if they trust you, a man, enough, they will, if y'all are alone and she feels safe and secure with you, yeah,
A lot of my girlfriends have been studs.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I say there's no such thing as a lesbian, because this would be the stud that you can't holler at in the streets. But I know her. She raised around me, but she grew up with some bullshit, like you said, right? A stupid dude in her house or something, right? So she don't trust niggas, and she always got the strap on or whatever, right?
Well, she trusts you, boy. She fucking you every which way of the way.
Right. And that strap is in the other room, because if she bring that out, I'm gonna beat her.
I want to try something different tonight. Handcuff you on your stomach.
Not me. Not me.
Handcuff you to the bed on your stomach.
Oh,
If you
no.
say it again, I'm gonna make you go burn that motherfucker.
Oh, no. Now she got you handcuffed with your legs in the air. Oh, no.
Let's do something different tonight. I want to feel a little
Oh,
kinky.
no. Oh, no. This
But
time, I want to be the man. Oh, no.
Like, you smoke cigars, don't you?
What I was trying to
Oh
get at.
Lord.
What
Not that way. Not that way.
Why your voice changed?
What I was trying to get at is that they are very sexually promiscuous. Usually they'll involve another girl into your situation. I've had 2 lesbian roommates that, as a matter of fact, I take that back.
There's no such thing as lesbian.
I know, but I've had the same so-called lesbian roommate twice.
Look at Jack Tripper here.
We're talking years apart.
We've been waiting for you.
And it's always, don't tell nobody. And all of a sudden she get a girlfriend, and then next thing you know, she's using the girlfriend to get to me in order to in order to get the girlfriend to stay with us. So the trade-off is the sex. They'll even cook for you. They'll even cook for you and clean up the house.
You'll feel like you're winning.
Live off of one
you feel like you're winning,
income.
but you still feel like you're being used.
Oh, you know what the deal is, because I mean, the one thing I will say is that she was very straightforward. Like, hey, look, she ain't working. Can she stay here? She'll cook, she'll clean, she'll do anything you need her to do. This is after the session has went down. So it's like, when you already had a sample of the cookie, was it good enough for you to where I just pay for her and she stay here all day every day?
That's just a decision you got to make as a man.
Well, needless to say that it wasn't.
So she's trying to move her girlfriend in. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, she's paying her portion of the rent, but her girlfriend is paying in cooking and cleaning.
See, that's why I always said them fucking lesbian relationships are always fucking weird.
Yes, they are.
Like, it's always shit
violent.
like that.
Them lesbians is the most violent.
You know what? You know how they wound up ending up, both of them, how they wound up just destroying themselves? Because the girl was mad that her girlfriend, who's supposed to be willfully taking care of my needs, was willfully taking care of my needs without her involvement.
So she got jealous.
Yes.
But that's how it's always going to be when it's a 3-way. Do you like the sex from the other person better than the other person? It's always going to be like that.
Especially when he's bringing something that she can't. Realism.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Hey, but hey y'all, I'm finna go. I gotta go jump on Jesse's shit.
All right,
thank
easy.
you, Charles. Thank you, everybody on the panel, man, for talking to
All
y'all.
right, sir, don't be a stranger, man.
Hey, Charles, you was born 363 days after me. You know what I mean? But you know, Aries in the building.
Oh yeah,
Be
shout out
safe.
everybody.
Salute to you,
That's
man.
again.
Woo,
Salute
woo.
to
What?
you. Woo! The
All
crew
right,
in the
I'll holler
building.
at you, man. Hey,
All
peace.
right, man.
I
Talk
ain't
to
gonna be no
you.
stranger, bro. I hit you up. I think I still got your
Talk to
number,
Jesse.
bro.
I said, "What's up? We got to link up."
Who?
Jesse,
Oh yeah. I'll tell him you said what's up. I ain't heard from Cerulean. You heard from him?
I
That nigga
haven't
got
heard from him in
missing.
a minute.
He got missing after I caught my case or whatever.
I don't know. Like hopefully he's
But
doing okay.
Victor, you know, Chandra, he came to my case. He showed up every day.
Yeah.
But I'll holler at you though, Charles, though. Peace. Hey, peace, y'all.
Peace.
No, but to close that out, you know what it was? Just like y'all said, like she got jealous because her girlfriend preferred the real thing over just, you know, taste.
Paper or plastic.
Yeah, you know, she's sleeping in my bed. I come home, she in my bed watching TV. You know what I'm saying? But I realized what the play was. The play was to, you know, play with me a little bit and then starve me out. Like maybe once or twice a week or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to pimp your girlfriend to me so she can be always be here. But the thing about it is that I mean, why are you pimping your girlfriend out to me?
Because they're used to that shit. Because
Yeah.
she doesn't know. Because here's the thing, and it took me a while because I've been in situations like that. She's gonna do that because she knows she might not be attracted enough to pull the same game.
But she wasn't ugly. She was thick. She
It's
wasn't my
not.
usual type.
It's not what you think. Remember, when it comes to women, it's all in their fucking head.
Yeah, true. True.
All their fuck. It took me a while. Why do women act a certain way? Because it's all in their fucking heads. And once you fucking figure that out, it gets simple after that shit. I'll be like, God damn, really? Really?
You know what? It was fine. I mean, those were
As long
some
as you,
good
as long as you got your rocks off, that's it matter. That's what
That's all
matters.
it really came down to. So it
And
looks like the Browns traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders.
wow. Wow.
Are they? Did they do that to make room for Shador?
Well, I mean, it's ridiculous to carry 4 quarterbacks. So, in all honesty, like we was talking last night, right? Remember, I was saying I would be surprised if he was on the roster at the end of the year because it's not normal for a team to carry 4 active quarterbacks on the roster. So, in all honesty, the way I looked at it, because teams were calling for Dylan Gabriel after the Eagles game, but the Browns weren't trading him. So I'm like, well, more than likely they just gonna hold on to Shador until they get an offer that might be worth their while. But instead, they wound up getting an offer for Kenny Pickett because I think who's the Raiders backup? Oh, Aiden O'Connell or something. The backup. I think he's their backup.
I have
The
no idea what's going on in Vegas.
Yeah, because Jalen Middlerow looks like shit. He is a severe developmental quarterback. That his accuracy is garbage, and it always was garbage. But yeah, so they want to dump him down to third string. I think Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders got hurt, so they traded for Pickett. So now the depth chart is Flacco, Gabriel, and then Sanders.
So what's going on with Watson?
Watson's on injured reserve because of his Achilles.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But do understand Watson, in all honesty, after watching him play last year, his arm, because remember he had shoulder surgery on his throwing shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That shoulder is shot. That shoulder is shot. He looked so terrible in them first 6 games, and then he twice ruptured his Achilles tendon in his right leg, which is his plant leg. You see Kirk Cousins, he tore his Achilles tendon on his left leg, and after week 6, his balls looked like they were thrown by a toddler because he couldn't get the power off. He did this to his plant leg. Watson did. He might as well medically retire. The Browns need to extend his contract for another 3 years or 2 years, and then medically retire him, but guarantee that he get his money. Do you understand?
That's going to be a whole thing because his contract is guaranteed. The union going to step in and all that type of shit. It'll be a mess.
As long as he gets his money, the players union is fine.
I would buy him out. If I was Cleveland, I would try to buy him out.
Well, you can't. Other than that, then your guaranteed contract means nothing. You have to work within the framework of the salary cap. That's what I'm saying. They extended him 3 years. When personally, I thought they should have extended him for 5. So now with this situation, because Dylan Gabriel is going to be quarterback number 1 next year, go ahead and extend him another couple of years, and then talk to him behind the scenes. Be like, look, go ahead and medically retire, because you know he's going to look like shit next year. Your plant leg is fucked up. Your shoulder is fucked up. You can't hit the broadside of a burn from 3 feet away. You know what I'm saying? Medically retire, but we'll quietly pay out your contract because we guaranteed this. The Browns got a lot of young, talented key position players. They can hold on until his contract doesn't fuck with them before they sign somebody else to some big money, which will be in about 4 years? Because you're not gonna pay. In all honesty, Gabriel has a 4-year contract with a 5th-year option, 3rd round pick. He ain't making a lot of money. He ain't getting $20 million a year. He's lucky if he's getting 10. So you can go ahead and play him 4 years, 5th-year option him. Then you'll be free and clear of Deshaun Watson's contract. Then you can pay him starting NFL quarterback money. As also Judkins, who's the Mason Graham, all of your rookies that's going to start this year that look like that they can ball out. After 4 or 5 years, you can pay them. You'll be out up under Watson's horrible contract. The salary cap will be a whole lot higher. You should be safe. You'll be safe.
Cleveland will find a way to fuck it up.
God, I hope not. I mean, it's so simple. It sounds so simple, right?
Not with Cleveland, no. It's never simple with them.
But
They fuck quarterbacks up, bro. That's the problem.
It's called. Look at the list of quarterbacks they fucked up. They could have had some Hall of Fame quarterbacks right now.
Jackson Dart. I wanted him so bad. The Giants came up in the first round and stole him. That dude, everybody is raving over him. Matter of fact, they want the Giants to cut or trade Russell Wilson. They get this nigga out of here. Start Jackson Dart. What is you doing?
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to fucking start them. I'm tired of teams rushing these rookie quarterbacks on the field with a bad fucking team. All you do is ruin them. Let Russell Wilson play at least half the fucking season.
Give me at least 4 games before you be like, man, I'm sick of your ass.
At least half the fucking season. You know what I'm saying? Let him take the lumps. And then you bring your rookie in at the end of the year just to get some fucking reps, and you can get a real evaluation of how he plays with the ones. Teams fuck up because they throw these young quarterbacks into the fire right off the fucking bat. The team is bad. And then all you do is ruin his fucking confidence.
They're desperate.
Yeah, I mean, when you a head coach, you lucky if you get 3 years.
Well, that's the fucking problem. You look at these bad teams, it's always the same thing. They recycle coaches every fucking 2 or 3 years. It's like, well, how do you want to build a team when you just change your fucking coaches every 2 or 3 years? It's a
Yeah.
bad team, and now you want to fire the fucking coach because the GM and the rest of the fucking management didn't put a team together, but didn't put a roster together. You hand the coach a shitty roster and then fire the coach 2 years into it.
Matt Eberflus in Chicago.
It's the same thing with the quarterback. Okay, you're getting rid of the quarterback. Why? Because the team was shitty. What did you want the quarterback to do with the shitty ass team that you put him on? It's crazy.
I mean, you know who I really feel sorry for?
Who?
Is the DN on the fucking Browns.
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
I don't feel sorry for him. He chose to stay. He should have got out of there.
Look,
motherfucker chose to stay. So okay, you're on the sorry ass Browns, and that's where you're gonna end your career.
when
He
he
had offers
resigned,
from. He had
when
offers from us. He had offers from. I think either the Raiders or Miami.
when he resigned, I said, you know what? The only way you can justify this is if you hit on the draft. And I admit, when the draft was starting, I didn't like the Browns picks until at the end, and then I took an overall look at the roster, and I realized exactly what the fuck Kevin Stefanski was doing. Didn't I mention that last night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once I saw what he was doing, going the power running game, relying on your defense, they got 2 number 1 picks next year. I guarantee you they gonna trade down on both of those picks and fill whatever holes that pop up this year. Safety, left end, cornerback, left guard, right tackle. Those are going to be your biggest holes next year. I guarantee you they fill them fucking holes. They better, or I'm gonna bust somebody with this beer bottle.
It's fucking Cleveland, bro. Like,
Be waiting on me.
I can't.
Cleveland got to be the most
I
asinine
swear I don't
team.
see how Browns fans do it every year. I swear I don't.
I don't know how we do it either. I don't know how we do it.
It's like motherfuckers love disappointment or some shit. Like, god damn.
It's like a bad relationship. Like,
Right, we're in abuse. I'm about to say we're in an abusive relationship. You know I love you, don't you? I only cheated on you because I loved you.
I only hit you because I love you. Why you make me beat you?
Why you make me
Hey, don't make me do that.
I don't mean to do it, girl. You know I love you.
I'm sorry, Cleveland.
You know, so when you purse, I can steal somebody and buy you some flowers.
You know, it's sad when the state of Ohio, the best football organization is the fucking college team.
Damn.
Oh my God. When I lived in Columbus, okay, when I went to OSU, I hated they asses because good Lord, you cannot. I mean, I lived in Columbus as a Browns fan, and I didn't give a fuck about college football. But it wasn't until I wound up moving back there when Jim Tressel was the head coach and started watching the games because, you know, what the fuck else was I going to do? I was depressed. And that motherfucker was pulling out some goddamn miracle wins and shit. That's when I started being an Ohio State football fan. But it's fucked up. You're right. It's fucked up that the OSU is more popular than the Browns and Bengals in Ohio.
And the problem with Cincinnati is that they don't know how to draft in the middle round. Like, they nail the top 10 picks, but if they got to draft late in the first round or middle of the first round, they don't know what the fuck they doing.
No. You've seen teams, the best teams I've seen late first round. Of course, the Ravens, because they be getting some bangers late rounds.
God, the Eagles,
the
Chiefs,
Eagles,
the
Chiefs.
Niners.
Somehow the Chiefs, the Niners, the Ravens will they be like, go get your top guys. Y'all gonna fuck them up anyway.
The fucking Rams, the Lions lately.
The Rams got good coaching. I will give homeboy credit. Now he's a fucking good coach.
That young guy, what's his
Yeah.
name? Top J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
that
been a
kid
fucking
is
coach.
really smart.
Do
Yeah,
you
he is
think they
really
fill up?
smart.
You think they fill up the gap since old boy retired?
Who?
Um,
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Their defensive line actually got better.
Dog, do
Their
you see
defensive
what they
line
do when
got
they
better.
draft wide receivers? And notice their receivers don't come out the first round.
oh, see, that's the reason
See,
why you
that's
don't do that.
coaching.
Puka
You got to
Nakua,
get
6th-round pick. Who was the white boy that they just let go? Who was there for the longest? He was a 5th-round pick.
you got to think about it. If you get a second round fucking wide receiver and he's hungry, well, you got a world beater in your hands.
Shit,
Something
second
about
round is good. A lot of good wide receivers come out the second round. Fucking AJ Green.
yeah.
You
Sometimes
need
you have
you need a hungry dog. Prime example. We was looking at your boy Bond last night, right? He undrafted. You think he ain't coming into the league with a chip on his shoulder? A Randy Moss chip on his shoulder?
oh, you coming arrogant.
If he can get in with a team that actually likes him, even though he's an undrafted free agent, a team that actually like him, oh yeah, he can do some things. Kind of like the Ravens with Keaton Mitchell. See, he was an undrafted free agent, and they actually like him, so he has a home.
Mm.
Y'all
Like,
make me want to fight somebody right now. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. Well, today. That's what I was wondering. I said, what the fuck do I have to do tomorrow? It was bugging the shit out of me. That's right. Cut day is tomorrow.
That sounds like they made room for Shador. That's what that sounds like.
Oh, when they traded Pickett?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Well,
like,
I told you, Kenny Pickett got no business being on a fucking roster anyway. He's never done shit. The fuck he on a
yeah,
roster for?
it was 2 quarterbacks on the Browns roster that was tradable, Pickett and Sanders. So, but they called for Pickett. So here you go. Here you
So
go.
they'll probably carry 3 quarterbacks. Shador probably be on the practice squad.
No, you can't do that. He'll be pickable. But the Browns always carry 3 active quarterbacks on their roster, like ever since the Fanskis got there. They've always carried 3 active. So it'll be what's his name? Flacco, Gabriel, and then Sanders. They'll fall in that order. But more than likely, they were saying, and it's more than likely that both Gabriel and Sanders will probably see some playing time later this year, either through injury or record.
No, no fucking reason to put Shador on the field for what? Unless you're saying the roster stinks. Unless you're
Well, like I
saying they're
said,
that bad.
injury or record. Like maybe like if Shador gets any playing time, it's because both of your starter and your backup is out, or it's the last game of the season. You already know what Dylan Gabriel can do. You're 5-10. So go ahead, let's start Sanders.
Flacco doesn't get hurt. So okay, so let's say the Browns just had a bad year, just a terrible fucking year. Okay.
Right. Let's say that.
Like I said, I'm not putting the other quarterback on the field to minimum halfway through the season. I'm talking like week 10.
Yeah, the season's over. You have no playoff shot.
Okay, you're 2-8. Okay. Sanders, honestly, what's the point?
That's why we'll put him in last game of the season with the starters. Put him in last game of the season because Dylan's probably going to start 3-4 games. You see what you got in him. Okay, well, let's see what we got at backup to him, because in all honesty, the real quarterback battle starts next year,
Right.
not this year. This year was just okay. Here, you guys get used to the NFL. We're gonna sit you. You know what I'm saying? You might play in some spot time. Maybe we're blowing a team out. It's late in the fourth. Here, go out here and hand the ball off a few times. Throw a first down pass, or somebody's hurt. You're in. But next year is when the real battle begins. So at least if you've got, maybe you're out of the playoff hunt, you got 5 games to go. Let Dylan Gabriel play 3. Okay, yeah, he's doing pretty good. He picked it up, and then maybe play him for a half. In the 4th game, put Sanders in the second half, then let him start the last game of the season. Just the way with the starters. That way, you get a good feel for what he can do. You know what I'm saying? To whether or not you need to bring in competition for your backup quarterback position.
Because that's what they did. That's what the Ravens did with Lamar. When they were 4-5, they didn't bring Lamar in to make a playoff run. They brought in Lamar because they thought the season was over.
Yeah, then they were like, "Holy shit, this motherfucker winning!"
and he just fucking won games. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't bring him in because they thought he was going to win games. They thought the season was done. It was just let's see what he can do.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Like, and now everybody looking like, you let this motherfucker go last.
Save Harbaugh's fucking job. I don't care what nobody say. Harbaugh was going to get fired.
Everybody know that. Everybody know that.
Save Harbaugh's fucking ass.
Save the fuck out of him. Why you think he can't say shit about him?
Or you say Harbaugh got knee pads with Lamar?
Yeah, everybody know who runs that fucking team, and it ain't Harbaugh. It's fucking Lamar. Notice you never hear no player ever say anything bad about Lamar. You've heard players leave the Ravens and talk shit about Harbaugh.
Yeah.
You never hear players leave the Ravens and talk shit about Lamar.
And guess what? Most people came over to the Ravens to play with him. He's actually because you have a decent quarterback. Why do you think Hollywood left? We're getting the ball. Was not getting that damn ball.
That's why they had to get rid of what was the offensive coordinator name back then?
What's his name?
He was the Niners offensive coordinator too.
Yeah.
He was that zone read, zone run guy. I know you're talking about.
See, they brought him in because he did real good with Kaepernick.
Yeah.
That's why they brought him in. But after a couple seasons and shit, you had to, now we gotta,
you gotta play with the big boys.
We gotta upgrade the passing game now because it's pissing off the wide receivers and shit.
I think
so he had to go.
I think y'all need an angry, aggressive wide receiver. Y'all need a Steve Smith type of wide receiver. That's what I think y'all need. Y'all need that. Somebody that'll make them tough catches and whatnot. Because old dude, he flashy. He's quick, but he's not. I don't see him as y'all primary number one. Y'all need a dog. Y'all need a Steve Smith type of dog attitude, personality to be y'all number one guy in order to balance out that offense. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, like prime example, you saw what happened against Kansas City. If y'all had a dog wide receiver, like, look, man, just throw the fucking ball to me. Hey, we gonna run some wide receiver screens. I'm gonna get the fucking the first down on 4th and 4. Just throw me the goddamn ball. And of course he produces. Y'all need that type of wide receiver on y'all team. Y'all got the running back, you got the quarterback, you got the defense. You just don't have that motherfucker on offense that commands respect, where everybody just look at him and be like, yeah,
that's a grown ass man.
Yeah, fuck, throw him the ball. Why the fuck you looking at us, Lamar?
What happened with Kansas City is just once again Harbaugh got out coached because you should have just kept running the fucking ball. That's always fucking Harbaugh's problem. He gets outcoached.
Yeah,
He gets fucking outcoached.
that's why you need a dog.
He
You need
relies
a
way
dog
too much on his offensive coordinators.
You need a dog that's gonna override the whole. That's gonna take control of the team in a tough situation.
Because that's why they got rid of Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, Antoine Bolden was our last dog.
Yep, he was like that. He was like that.
Antoine Bolden was a grown ass man on that field.
They got rid of a lot of guys who pushed Flacco and challenged Flacco. That playoff run when the last time the Ravens won the Super Bowl, that was Anquan Bolden, Ed Reed. What was the other safety?
Pressure Pollard.
Pollard. They used to get in Flacco's ass. And it wasn't until that playoff run is when Flacco started really just trusting Anquan. It wasn't about if Anquan going to catch the ball, but Flacco didn't. It was Anquan saying, "Look, dude, just throw it up. I'm going to fucking get it." And it wasn't until the playoffs is when Flacco finally started trusting him. And after they won the Super Bowl, Harbaugh got all the motherfuckers up out of there.
I think his best game was that one against Denver.
Oh, that was a classic.
That was a classic, yeah.
That was some crazy ass shit.
Let me tell you this way. Me and my father watched that in the living room. We lost our voices.
Dog, I was so fucking tired after that game. All the screaming, all the fucking crying and praying. Lord have mercy.
Like, God damn.
For me, that was Cleveland revenge. Even though y'all ain't Cleveland, but for me, that was Cleveland revenge. Thank you. We appreciate that.
That was Justice Tucker's rookie year, by the way.
Back before his rubbing tugs. At least y'all got a replacement kicker.
Back before the happy endings, yeah.
Happy ending. Happy ending. That motherfucker wasn't he forcing happy endings?
Allegedly.
Hanging out with Watson and shit. Let me stop. That's why you're supposed to go to the Asian shops where they're enslaved. They're not going to tell. They don't want to get deported. I am a sick man.
Nah, you're just honest.
No, but yeah, I put y'all need. You know what? Y'all should have grabbed Isaiah Bond before we did, because he is a dog. You saw the tape. He is a dog. He is a dog. He will balance out your wide receiving core.
The Ravens are pretty good at receiver. You got Bateman, Flowers, that's 2. B-Hop, that's 3. D-Hop, that's 3. Who's the 4th wide receiver? The kid from North Carolina. I forget his name. They drafted him last year out of North Carolina. He's 4. Then you got the 2 tight ends. Well, actually, it's 3 tight ends they like. So it's not the offense ain't the damn problem. The problem is the defense. We don't have a real pass rusher. That's been our problem for years.
That's weird that the best pass rushers you have in the NFL is in the AFC North, but yet who is y'all best pass rusher? Owa?
Well, okay, Owe. Okay, when they drafted him out of Penn State, that motherfucker only played football for like 2 years of his life prior to getting drafted. So he was a project that they drafted in the first round. Okay, then a couple years later, you got the other guy from Michigan, but then he got hurt his rookie year, tore up his knee in his rookie year. Now Kyle Van Noy, I think Van Noy had maybe 12 sacks last year, but he's not a show enough pass rusher. So we haven't had a real just straight up and down pass rusher since Suggs.
I'm sorry. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says locking up criminals for committing crimes is racist, immoral, and unholy.
It is. When you're a Democrat, yeah.
Yeah, I swear to God. Why do these motherfuckers protect, defend, support, and approve and cheer on criminality? What is wrong with these niggas? All right, let me take the rest to bed. I'll holler at y'all later. I appreciate it, Charles.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, y'all.
I know if everybody left and everybody's not here, hopefully you enjoyed the show. And to answer your question, LAPD SWAT, do I think the guard will be deployed to Baltimore? Currently, no, because they're trying to prove a point. In the future, you never know. So, right now, they're trying to prove a point to saying we don't have a lot of crime, we don't need the guard, but I kind of beg to differ, but I'm not an elected official. I think a lot of that shit is the fault of not being realistic. One, and number two, not being reliable. But you know how it is when you're in a blue city and state. We don't have any troubles. But also hit the email or anything you want. Any questions you want to ask or you want me to talk about, just email me. I'll try to get to those as best as I can. Y'all get some rest now. Whoo! Folk out.